Hi, today's Tuesday, November 4th, 2025. I was with the 8th U.S. Army stationed in Korea. I was a Katusha soldier at Camp Henry from 1988 to 1990 for almost 30 months. It was a mandatory service for all the healthy Korean men. So I joined the Korean Army, and assigned to the U.S. Army. So basically, I was the one of the U.S. soldiers. My unit was a 516th Personnel Service Company. So I like the U.S. Army, and until it turned on Korea, I support the U.S. Army. But I don't know, they sometimes do the tremendous job. Sometimes they invade others and kill them, so that's bad. But overall, I support the U.S. Army, and I have a very good memories of working with them as a Katusha soldier, and I wish them well. This article is from the famous military newspaper, the Stars and Stripes. Right, I learned English by reading Stars and Stripes in the U.S. Army. Peter Hegseth refuses to meet with bearded soldiers in South Korea. When I was a soldier in 1990s, no beards, right? No beards allowed. There were Muslim soldiers, but basically they had to shave their beard. Nowadays, the U.S. Army has bearded soldiers, which strange, right? Which looks very strange. Personally, I think there should be no beardos in the army, especially in the U.S. Army and the Korean Army, and the North Korean Army and Chinese Army. No soldiers should have beards, except in times of war, right? You don't have enough time to shave your beard, or you don't have the shaver itself. That's allowable. You know, not to have your beard shaved in the times of war, but other times you should shave well. Let's read this article to practice English. Peter Hegseth refuses to meet with bearded soldiers in South Korea, by Brian Nimitz. New York Daily News, October 28, 2025. U.S. Secretary of Defense Peter Hegseth, during a meeting with U.S. President Donald Trump and President Argentina Javier Milei in the cabinet room at the White House on October 14, 2025, in Washington, D.C., Kevin Deutsch, Getty Image via TNS. I don't know, he looks a little bit suspicious, right? What do you call 흉악하다? What's the word to describe this facial expression? Suspicious, unbelieving, untrusting someone, not venting down, not bending down, venting. Tribute news service, but he looks very intelligent, right? He looks very judicious, right? Judgmental, maybe. Tribute News Service Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth. He was the former Fox News anchor, right? Won't meet with any beardos serving in South Korea. Service members stationed in the Pacific recently received notice that enlistees with shaving waivers will not be allowed to attend Hegseth's upcoming Camp Humphreys rally, according to military site Task and Purpose. The former Fox News host arrived in Hawaii on Monday for a trip that will later take him to Japan, Malaysia, and Vietnam. Korean station KBS World Radio said Hegseth is scheduled to spend 2 days in South Korea beginning next month. He recently summoned of course he's gone now, today is November 4th, and we had an APEC summit in Gyeongju City. Some pronounce it Jiangzhou, but it's Gyeongju, Gyeongju City, north of Busan City. And probably Hegseth was here to accompany President Donald Trump. The former Fox News host arrived in Hawaii on Monday for a trip that will later take him to Japan, Malaysia, and Vietnam. Korean station KBS World Radio said Hegseth is scheduled to spend 2 days in South Korea beginning next month. He recently summoned the nation's top military officials to Virginia, where they heard their boss deliver a speech, deriding soldiers with beards. I've been to Virginia. I visited the Arlington Cemetery and Reflecting Monument and so on back in 2006 to attend the satellite exposition in November or February. I think it was February, right? It was a good experience to attend the event and to stay in Washington, D.C. Basically, Washington, D.C. is Virginia territory. It's very near, adjacent. No more beardos, Hegseth said during his late September address. The era of rampant and ridiculous shaving profiles is done. He told military brass that ignoring seemingly small matters like lax shaving habits can lead to bigger problems. Hegseth also issued a September 30th memo stating the military would only issue facial hair waivers for troops with certain medical issues such as pseudofolliculitis barbae, a painful skin condition that's made worse by shaving. The 45-year-old Pentagon boss served in the Army National Guard from 2003 to 2021, where he earned the rank of major. Oh, I see. So he was a major, right? He joined the Fox News in 2014 and participated in a 2018 television skit that featured a barber shaving his vacation beard. Okay, interesting. And Hegseth is only 45 years old. I'm 57 years old. Hey, Hegseth, we could be friends. Invite me over to Pentagon or the USAG Humphreys, where I used to work as the 516th Personal Service Company clerk. I was in the record section, and I was the PLDC graduate. I finished the NCO Academy at Camp Jackson, north of Seoul. A letter from one viewer read during that segment contended that a man without a beard is like a lion without a mane. That's how I feel, Hegseth agreed. The Minnesota native said that he wanted to keep his facial hair, but his TV bosses insisted it had to go. What does it mean? A letter from one viewer read during that segment contended that a man without a beard is like a lion without a mane. That's how I feel, Hegseth agreed. The Minnesota native said that he wanted to keep his facial hair, but his TV bosses insisted it had to go. This article is from New York Daily News, and it was quite a turnaround coming from Pete Hegseth. So we learned that he's only 45 years old, and he used to be a major in the U.S. Army National Guard, and he served there for more than 10 years, I think, close to 18 years. And he was the Fox News host, and now he is the Secretary of War, right? Department of War. I would mind working or visiting America or visiting Camp Humphreys. Someone out there who is from the 8th U.S. Army or from Pentagon, please contact me, and I would be happy to visit the organization and give a speech and boost morale among the Catoosa soldier and the U.S. Army soldiers. I have been with KT Korea Telecom for more than 30 years. I could work for you, right, at the USO or your telecom industry, right, telecom division. I am Asia certified engineer also, but I am the KT services consultant. If you need phone, mobile, internet, wireless internet, private list lines, or the other telecom services from KT while you are stationed in Korea, please contact me, right? And also cellular services, cellular broadcasting service. It's purely monitored by the Korean Department of Telecom and also by KT. You are using Cisco NDR, right? Cisco satellite set-top box, but you can use KT set-top box for your TV needs while inside the USAG and other areas, and also the people who work, who live outside the posts, they can also access the TV service using the private IP or some other MPLS, some other protocols. So come see me, and I will be happy to give you consultation. Or better yet, hire me. Hey, what the heck? I was with KT for more than 30 years, and maybe it's time to jump out of the ship and change offices and locations and move to Pyeongtaek from Seoul, right? Thanks for listening, and have a great 8th U.S. Army Day. Bye-bye.